Hello and a warm welcome to Federal's special program, Capital Beat. The Election Commission of India has said that a large number of people from Nepal, Bangladesh, and Myanmar were found during house to house verification of electoral rolls as part of the ongoing special intensive revision process in Bihar. And so basically, the names of such people will not be included now in the final voter list, which is supposed to be published on September 30th. Now, Tejashwi Yadav has said that the Election Commission had claimed that 80.11% of voters had submitted the enumeration forms, but it had not announced how many of these forms were filled in a verified, voluntary, and valid manner. He also said that it is being reported uh, continuously from the field that the forms are being uploaded by the booth level officers by using fake thumb imprints or signatures without the knowledge and consent of the voters. Now, the figures merely show the uploading of forms, while the ECI has not given any guarantee of authenticity, consent, and validity. The claims of the ECI are completely contrary to the claims they have made. So, this is what Tejashwi Yadav has said. Now, there is a lot of confusion and chaos on the ground. And in fact, there have been some TV reports where the BLOs have said that no, we have not found any voters who belong to Bangladesh, Myanmar, and Nepal. And this particular report was coming from Bihar's Kishanganj. So this leads me to the question that how genuine is the exercise of SIR, that is a special intensive revision. And if there is so much of confusion and chaos, should this exercise not be cancelled? Joining me this evening is Dr. Pyarelal Garg, the renowned election data scientist. Thank you so much, Dr. Garg, for joining. We have senior journalist and political commentator from Bihar, Ashok Mishra. Thank you so much, Ashok, for joining. And I'll go to Dr. Pyarelal Garg. Dr. Pyarelal Garg, the first question, looking at the chaos and the confusion on the ground, how genuine or how fake is this exercise of the special intensive electoral roll special intensive revision?
In fact, the way the exercise is being done, the way the media reports are there, the way the ECI is trying to justify each and every action without verifying the facts even, just on its hunch, and the way the justifications are filled with loopholes. This exercise is nothing to my mind but a wastage of consolidated fund of India, waste of the public money, and also an effort to disenfranchise, not only disenfranchise, even to say that they are not the citizens of India by the Election Commission unauthorizedly, unconstitutionally, illegally, arbitrarily, in a haphazard manner, without following any procedure. So that is the issue. The ECI is trying to make out, no, we are doing this, we will remove those foreigners and all that without any substance, without any officer should have based it. So this exercise is a futile exercise. Maybe if based on this exercise, many questions will rise on the ECI itself, way back from 2003 to 2025, all the elections conducted by under the so-called fake voters and all the decisions taken by the said governments framed on the basis of, elected on the basis of fake voters. So this has a far-reaching effect. Better ECA stops this in its own wisdom. It will not stop, of course. To there is a provision in the law, election law, that you can use if you are unable to revise the votes, the voters list rolls, elector rolls, you can use the older rolls. But the ECA itself says that by 24th of June to 25, the ECA has already revised, and there are 7 crore 89 lakh 69,844 votes. Then what else he wants? So I think they should be stopped forthwith. Otherwise, the only way left out for the people, for the poor, for the, I will say, marginalized sections, The only way is not the court, but to come on the roads. And Bihar is a state where JP Andolan had started.
No, but the big question, Dr. Garg, is, and then I'll go to Ashok as to what is really happening on the ground in Bihar. But Dr. Garg, now this question which came up yesterday, that and this story was planted on all the websites, on all the news platforms, that this story is coming through the election commission sources. Now, who are these election commission sources? We do not know, but randomly they have come out. They have told the press that look, there are voters from Nepal, Bangladesh, and Myanmar, and we need to keep them out of the voting list. Now, who is taking the decisive, a call on who the foreign voter will be? Is it the BLOs or is it somebody senior to them? And I'll come to Ashok a little later. But who do you think is doing this identification? That this is a voter A from Nepal, this is a voter B from Myanmar, this is a voter C from Nepal. Who is doing this exercise? Is it just the
This,
BLOs who are taking the enumeration forms door to door, or is it somebody else who is above them?
this has already been done by the ECI. ECI has already said, I will remove 2 crore voters and all that. This is a report, you say sources, the sources created, academic sources created by them. This is a Vidhu Shekhar, Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan, SP Jain Institute of Management and all that. They have come out with a research study, so called, without any data, of course, on the basis of projections, birth rate, death rate, and they have said 10% of the voters, electors in electoral rolls of Bihar are the foreigners. So that is the issue. That is the basis means 77 lakh, 79 lakh voters are not eligible to vote. So one has to fight out. And election commission, without saying, ECA has already decided. So we have to say, so one weirdo was telling, no, no, we did not find any foreigner. In spite of that, who is to decide who is a foreigner or not? It is the Home Ministry. ECI has no role, has no authority, even under the Constitution of India. I will take only 1 minute. If ECI, when ECI repeatedly says Article 326, Article 3, this is the Constitution of India. This is the Article 326. It says the electoral rolls shall be prepared. Voter should be a citizen of India, not less than 18 years. He should be mentally sound. He should not be alleged to have been indulged in corrupt practices as per the law framed by the legislature. So these things are to be decided by the legislature. ECI cannot say that I will put those names only who are 19 years. I will put those names who are 17 years. No, it is the law which tells them 18 years. Similarly, the law tells him who is the citizen. The law tells him that whether one is mentally sound or not, ECI cannot say. Only a medical certificate can tell from an authorized medical attendant. I have been a medical attendant, authorized medical attendant in the government sector. So authorized medical attendant has to issue. ECI cannot say one fine morning, no, no, so many 10% people are foreigner, 10% are mentally designed, 10% are indulged in corrupted classes, so I will remove their names. No, ECI has no authority. So ECI is going beyond its brief. It is going beyond its authority, and it is trying to, if I am to use one word, ECI is trying to murder the democracy of our country. Has started from Bihar, and it is going to. Today, all papers are filled up with the news, frontline news, that ECI is going to do it, this exercise, in the whole of the country in the name of. Basically, there is a thought process behind it. That thought process is that we want to make this, the ruling dispensation wants to make this country as a country of so-called Hindus, and even the Hindus are going to be discriminated, and a country to be run by one coterie, maybe one, maybe 2%, so that they can do whatever they like. So we are going towards a dictatorship, and ECI is becoming a big tool in that exercise.
You were saying that ECI is going beyond its brief when it is conducting
Yes,
its exercise, but there's a lot of
yes.
confusion and chaos. What happens to the voters? I'll go to Ashok now. Ashok, what are you really witnessing on the ground? There have been reports of various YouTubers and some few TV channels who went on the ground, and they said that the BLOs have on record said that no, we haven't come across any voter who is from Nepal, Bangladesh, or Myanmar. And this particular case I'm talking about is from Bihar's Kishanganj. Then there has been a case today where some regional channel reported that apparently the enumeration forms were used for serving jalebis, and that jalebi wala apparently said that he had bought those enumeration forms as a scrap from somebody 2 or 3 days before. And this is an incident which is playing out in Devghar. Now, what is really happening in the name of special intensive revision exercise? Has it become a joke, or is it really to harass and trouble the voters on the ground?
Look, Nilu, there is total chaos and confusion on the ground regarding this special revision of electoral rules. There are instances when you will find that people have not been given the form as the guidelines issued by the ECI before this special revision was announced and launched. I am I have found in places like Patna, when they have the BLOs are not coming to the people, they are camping at one spot where the polling stations are there. So if you call them, they will say you come to the polling station where I am sitting from 11, 10 to 5 or
Oh,
whatever
so
timing they give
you
you.
are saying that the BLOs are not going door to door, because that was the exercise initially, that they will go to
I'm
door
telling
to
you
door.
further. I'm telling you further. So the BLOs are not going. What I have found instances when the sanitation workers of the Patna Municipal Corporation have been given blank forms, not with your EPIC number, not with your photograph. They have distributed blank forms in many areas. And without knowing, if say Neelu Vyas has one, 5 voters in her family, they should give the entire voting from the EPIC. They should have supplied the printed form carrying your photograph, carrying the photographs of your other members of the family. But no, they are distributing these sanitation workers. I have found they have distributed blank forms, and that too one, without knowing how many persons are there in this one family.
Hmm.
Ideally, they should have come out with 2 copies of the form which the election commission has claimed earlier. So total confusion is there in the urban area. When this is the situation, think of the people in the remote rural areas. The BLOs, people are thronging the BLO's office, their polling stations, but they are not finding it. Uh, you know, they, the problem is many of them don't have the documents required by the election commission, what they are asking for. When after the Supreme Court hearing, they said, okay, now three should be the election commission should consider these 3 things: Aadhaar card, EPIC card, and ration card. No, they are not accepting it because there are no instruction from the election commission to this effect so far. Number one. Number two, when there were reports that uh, so many persons have been identified as nationals from Myanmar, Bangladesh, and Nepal. But who says so? The reports coming out are quoting the sources of the election commission. But who are these sources? Why is if if the election commission is finding so many foreign nationals in Bihar, settled in Bihar, or having so election having their names in the electoral rolls, they should have come out officially claiming that so far such and such this number of such and such number of people have been identified to be the foreign nationals from Myanmar, from Nepal, from Bangladesh. So nobody has come out. It is just a fake narrative being spread through friendly media, or you can say Godi media, spreading that no, these are the persons. So many lakhs of people have been found, and their logic is they compare it with the Aadhaar card prepared earlier, and the number of people, number of the electors in that area. So somebody will tell you that no, in this particular block or in this particular district, the uh, Aadhaar number is 150% more than the actual population of that particular district. So these kinds of, who is saying this? Where is the source? Why is the election commission or the district magistrates are issuing documents, issuing statements claiming that no, we have found n number of people from other foreign countries, nearby and neighboring foreign countries, and we are going to eliminate or delete their names from the electoral rolls? Nobody has come up so far. There is a total confusion, as you have seen in many video channels,
So what
YouTube
is your
channels,
sense,
that
Ashok, that
people are
is this no, but Ashok, is this your sense that this is a deliberately created confusion on the ground? And if it is a deliberately created confusion, what is the idea behind it? What is the sense you're getting from the ground? What are the voters saying? And especially since yesterday, when these election commission sources planted the stories that look, there are many, many voters from Nepal, Bangladesh, and Myanmar now who will be out of the voting list. What has been the reaction on the ground after that?
If you go and talk to people in the ground, on the ground, they will say, no, we have these documents with us. We have not. They have not identified. You should at least identify one person as a foreign national. They have not come out with. And if you talk to the people, they will say, no, we have these documents with us. And many people claim that they have only two documents. One EPIC, another is Aadhaar card. And EPIC and Aadhaar cards are not acceptable. So they are accepting the forms. They will upload it. And one point was raised earlier while you were talking to Dr. Garg, that who will verify it? The BLOs, if suppose I submitted my form and the BLOs will upload it, then there are EROs. The next level officer is EROs. They will scrutinize it and they will decide. First, they will delete so many n number of, if they want to, if they don't find the adequate number of the required documents the people are supposed to submit. So if they don't find, then they will delete the names. That is the mandate they have. But nothing has come out so far. The people, if you go to the polling stations, people will say, give anything, sign your document, give me this, and we are going to upload it. They are uploading it, but later on the EROs will take a decision whether XYZ is a voter or not, whether XYZ has submitted the valid documents or not. On that basis, they will take a decision. This is what is the mandate of the election commission or the guidelines issued by the election commission. Why are if the BLOs upload it, the EROs will take the decision. The EROs will take the next level scrutiny will be done by the EROs. So the total confusion is there. And if I don't submit, suppose they claim that 86%, 70% people have uploaded, the BLOs have uploaded. But what they have uploaded? They have uploaded assigned documents with their photographs and with Aadhaar card and EPIC, and many of them, those who have the matriculation certificate or school certificate carrying their date of birth, they have done it. But eventually, those who have not submitted, lakhs and lakhs and crores of people who will not submit it, their names, what is the fate of their names in the electoral rolls? There is no clear-cut guideline regarding this. What the EROs will do, what will be their fate, if they will be able to cast their vote or not, whether they will be denied their voting rights. These are the questions on the ground, and these are the confusion on the ground, whether I will remain a genuine voter of India or not. And they are also questioning who is this election commission to conduct such things. I have been voting. I have found an instance of Gaya where an old lady of 70 plus, she has displayed her EPIC number. That is BR, means there are 2-3 categories of the EPIC numbers in Bihar. BR means she is a voter since long, since 1886. And her name has been deleted. When her grandchildren went to the BLO and went to the office, her name has not been included in that list. And she has come out with the EPIC number. And that carrying BR, there is another category, FC, I do not know what the FC means, but then supposedly it was that FC epic cards were included later. Then there are RABs, and those were included later. So those having the epic number, and they are not sure whether they will remain a voter or not. So this is total chaos and confusion on the ground, Nilu. And this exercise, as Dr. Garg says, is going to create a complete mess before the elections. People, many people, if they want to, they will have to stop it, either stop it, or many people will be denied their voting rights before the elections. And the election commission is, I mean, the central government, what the central government is going to gain out of it? Deleting some particular particular community from the voting right is one exercise, is one aim, maybe it could be, although it's not official. But at the same time, the genuine voters, who are your voters, who are the voters of the ruling party, who are the voters of the other parties, they will be denied the rights, and everyone will be affected by this. It's not only one particular community or one particular caste or one particular uh, section of the people. Everyone will be affected by this exercise. Nobody is thinking about in these terms that all of them will be affected, and nobody is coming out with her. Ideally, it should be postponed, cancelled. There should be much bigger time, larger. You should give some couple of months more to complete this exercise, and this is not the time where when such exercises should be conducted in Bihar just before 2 months before the elections. After, it will take at least, as per the schedule, it will take till September. This exercise will be completed. After that, there will be a notification for election commission of conducting the polls in Bihar. I doubt whether they will be able to do it, whether they have their plans. It may be that they might be planning to postpone the election. It could be possible. If the exercise is not complete, then they will have to do it.
Okay, so that's an important
This
point.
is
You're
the
saying that
situation, Nilu. This is the
but you made an important point. You're saying that if this SIR is not complete, they might postpone the election. What is the possibility of that, Ashok?
I mean, if you don't complete the exercise, then there are two situations which may come up. First, you will delete the names and say that out of 7.89 crore voters, only 5 crores have been found to be the genuine electors. So the rest of them have been denied the voting rights. Who have voted earlier on many occasions, who are the voters for the past 30 years, 40 years. Now they will be denied the right. So either then you'll have to conduct it with a limited number of voters as you wish. This is what the government want. If the government wants this, then the government or the ruling party will also face the music. It's not
Right.
that only one party or the one particular community will face the music.
Right. Okay.
So
So
this is the
let me
situation. There was a total chaos in the situation.
Okay, so you've described the situation on the ground. Now, Dr. Garg, coming to you, what are the options left with the voters now? What the election commission is doing is very, very evident. Now depends what the Supreme Court of India says on 28th of July. I don't know how quick that call will be taken, because 25th July already the SIR exercise should be getting over, because it was just a 1 month exercise. And by 25th, if it is over, but what are the options left with the voters? Whose names will be struck off the voters list? And also later on, if they come to know that their citizenship has been taken away, what are the options then before the voters? What do they do?
Nilu, first thing, Mishra ji has explained very well the ground situation. The option of postponing the election, to my mind, doesn't seem to be, because the aim is to reduce the voters. Maybe it hits the ruling party also to some extent, but a selective deletion of the voters, which sometimes people don't think. But I am almost certain, by seeing by analysis of, the election of various right from Lok Sabha and all that, previous election. So one thing is, they are determined to remove those names and win the election, or you can say bag the elections without, I will say, mandate. Second, they are trying to, why do I say? There is a basis behind it. Now they have started saying that the fake voters had been added by Laluji and Rabri Devi. Now the same are being removed. I immediately got the whole data from 1999 to 2024. Here is the data. Lok Sabha as well. Rabri Devi, Laluji remained CM from 90 to 97. Then Rabri Devi 97 to 2005. Up to 2005, in 2004, Lok Sabha, the 2000 Lok Sabha, state election, sorry, 2000, there were 6 crore voters. However, in the general election of the assembly election, it was only 5 crore, 5 lakh. It means they did not increase, they have reduced the votes. 2005 elections were conducted when Rabri Devi ji was the CM. So if the state had to do it, then the state reduced 1 crore voters. How can they say? After that 5.5, 5.05, it has come to 7.9 in these 20 years. So all those years, Nitish Kumar ji has been there, NDA has been there. So who has increased? Who has done it? Who has allowed these foreigners, non-citizens? Who has done it? And who
Right.
has got the benefit? Who has got the benefit also? These people have got the benefit now. Now they feel these scales are going to be turned against them, so they want to remove it. So this is one. Second, one line Michael. This is the why do I say the election commission is doing a forgery with the people of India? This is the election commission its own rule 2023. How the revision is to be. These are the only revisions. There is no special intensive revision. This is not my letter. This is the
Can
election
you
commission
hold that
letter.
document a little higher up, Dr. Garg? Can you hold that document a little
Yeah,
higher
yeah,
up? What is this
yeah.
document?
This document shows this is a 23-page document. The total instructions on the revision of electoral rolls from the ECI.
Hmm.
And it was done in 23 only. So, yes, this says special summary revision.
Dr. Garg, I was also looking at up a similar kind of an exercise which was undertaken by the Election Commission, and that was in 2015. And that was a similar kind of an exercise which was taken over in the name of, I'll exactly tell you what is the name of that exercise which
Yeah.
was done. And this was called, I'll just tell you. Now, let me just open this document. Just give me a few seconds and then I'll
Yeah.
just open the
Yeah.
document. Yes, in 2015, this is the document which I have it
Yeah.
on with me. In 2015, the Election Commission launched a nationwide comprehensive program, namely National Electoral Roll Purification and Authentication Program, which is called NER
Yeah.
PAP, NERPAP, from March to August with an objective of bringing an error-free and
Yes.
authenticated electoral roll by linking epic data of electors with Aadhaar numbers, mobile numbers, and email of the electors. And during this
Exactly.
program, electors were extended facilities of web services on NBSP for online registration or making a call at 1950, which is a toll-free number at all
Yeah.
state call centers for knowing the status of their applications for enrollment. The point is
Yeah.
that if a similar exercise was done in 2015 by the
Yeah.
Election Commission, then why are they horrendously repeating the same thing?
No, no. My question is, my answer to it, my reaction to it is, they can repeat it. There is no problem, but they can repeat it under rules and with sufficient time. Not with a bad intent. This is a bad intention. This is the
Okay.
note which I read you. Note explaining process of annual revision, operation of electoral rolls, along with frequently asked questions. This is in the question answer form. Means very clarification. Now in the clarification it says what safeguards have been put up in place to prevent wrongful deletion from the electoral rolls. The yellow color. There they say no entry from the electoral roll. No entry from the electoral roll can be deleted without following the due procedure. procedure means under election law, 1950, election rules 1960, election conduct of election rules 1961. To prevent wrongful deletion from the electoral rolls, the following safeguards have been taken. Verification करना ये करना ये 10 safeguard हैं. Deletion on death, deletion ये deletion. So the election commission is not following its own procedure. I will quote one very small example for my for our viewers. If somebody comes to me and he says, "Okay, I will do some culture," say, "I will do the culture of
Right.
blood within and give the report in 6 hours."
Right.
He is fake. It cannot
Hmm.
be done. It is
All
not
right.
possible. So this
Right.
is what the election commission doing. They are trying to say we are uploading this much number of forms. We are doing this. This cannot be done humanly. This cannot be done even by electronic methods. So they are misguiding the people. They have something else in their mind. Their aims are different, but their you can say words are different. So their
Right.
words and
So,
their aims and
yes.
their actions don't
Well,
meet.
I'll have to interrupt you here because we've got to go on the Hindi platform also immediately.
Yeah.
A very quick conclusion from Ashok Mishra. So, what is India Alliance now planning? Are they going to become mute spectators to what is happening? Will they come to the rescue of the voters? Will they go on with a public movement on the streets? What are you hearing from your sources, Ashok? Very briefly, and then we wind up the show
Yeah,
and get on to the Hindi
yeah.
platform.
uh, Seeing the confusion on the ground, the all the political parties, especially the Mahagathbandhan parties and the RJD, the Congress, the others are on the ground advising or assisting their voters, their electors, or all of them without anything. They are on the ground assisting them to go to the BLOs, do it as early as possible, provide. But the problem is many of them don't have that required documents which the election commission is asking for. That is the
Hmm.
major situation. They at the max they can what they can do is they will submit their epic photocopies of the epic card or the or Aadhaar card. Many of them have only epic card and Aadhaar card. Maximum voters in the rural areas have epic card or Aadhaar card. No other cards. They have no other documents. So that is the problem there. So people, the political parties, all the political parties, maybe the BJP also, the JDU also, all the political parties, their volunteers are on the ground helping and providing assistance to the voters. But it's a huge exercise. Even they can't do it. The BLAs, Election Commission has provided for the BLAs. After that, the BLAs meaning thereby the representatives of the political party. BLAs are representatives of the political party, but they are not coming. I told one of the BLOs told me that nobody has come so far. No BLO is here to assist us or to provide assistance to the voters. The idea behind the BLA was to provide assistance to the voters as well as to the BLO. It's a link between the voters and the BLOs. But I couldn't find anyone. The BLOs have told me point blank, nobody has so far turned up. And many political parties have claimed that we have 50,000 plus BLAs working on the ground. Maybe could
Right.
be in the rural areas. I have not seen in the urban area like the city like Patna. So this could be
Right.
the. But
So,
I had some information that the political parties are on the ground trying to retrieve the situation, because if the election has to be done, election has to be done after this exercise. So and they are on the ground. Uh, as far as their plan of agitation is concerned, so far after the Bandh, they have not yet decided what to do,
and this
what
is
is
what
their next
forces
step.
me. No, but Ashok, this is what forces me to the question that how good will that one day protest campaign will be if you're not sustaining that campaign, you're not sustaining with a supplemented agitation. How good that Bharat Bandh was. And now that you're saying that the political parties are helping the voters to retrieve the situation, I really wonder what is it. But the big question is how genuine is this exercise? And is it happening with the consent of all the voters? Are all the voters taken into consideration? And if the voters are deleted at the whims and fancies of the election commission, then how genuine will this electoral exercise be? So it's a big chaos playing out on the ground, but we'll have to wait and watch how things unfold. And of course, all eyes would be on what Supreme Court says on 28th of July. We'll have to end it here, but do join in on the Federal Desh, which is a Hindi platform of the Federal Group, for a similar discussion with the same guest. Dr. Pyarelal Garg and Ashok Mishra will join us. Thank you, Dr. Garg and Ashok Mishra ji. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank, thank you, Niluji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.